I would like to recognize Dr. Janet Edeme, the head of Rural Development at the Africa Union Commission, Dr. Michael Kusiapia, representing the Director of NDPC, the Director General, Dr. Daniel Sowa, Principal Industrial Officer at the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, and Dr. Zanon Abdullahi, the coordinator of the ECOWAS program of community development. As you are aware, the African Continental Free Trade Area agreement was adopted in March of 2018 in Kigali, and it entered into force in 2021. Upon a successful and lengthy negotiation process, where many countries are now implementing the AfCFTA. The Secretariat is here in Accra, so all of us are familiar with that particular effort of the African Union as a whole. This is the largest continental free area since the WTO was established. It brings together 1.2 billion people, and it's expected to grow to about 2.5 billion by 2050. The agreement is highly regarded as a tool to drive growth and innovation for Africa, and also create opportunities for sustainable development and realization of the AU Agenda 2063. The free trade agreement is also widely considered as one of the instruments for continental integration, in line with the objectives of the Abuja Treaty and the aspirations of Agenda 2063. The AfCFTA is therefore going to break down the borders inherited from colonialism and ensure full continental integration. Developing regional agricultural commodity value chains, therefore, is highly considered critical to the achievement of the AfCFTA, but more importantly, to us taking advantage of this continental free trade area to improve economies of scale, improve competitiveness, efficient use of our resources, and greater diversification for the value chains. Against this backdrop, the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, in collaboration with the Africa Union Commission, Regional Economic Community, ECOWAS, and its member states, developed the guidelines for developing regional agricultural value chains. That was endorsed in 2019 by the Specialized Technical Committee. The guidelines serve as a framework that provides policymakers in member states countries, as well as RECs, principles and tools to inform and guide the formulation of policies intended to promote viable and sustainable agricultural value chains at the regional level. The guidelines serve to support implementation of the AU initiative with the framework for boosting intra-African trade in agricultural goods and services, also endorsed by the AU STC. This is why we developed this project for strengthening member state capacity to promote the development of regional value chains. And we hope through this project to enhance political will and strengthen the capacity of member states to apply the guidelines to promote diversification and intra-African trade. In collaboration with the ECOWAS, the project with COMESA, the project was implemented in Zambia and Zimbabwe as a pilot to enhance the development of value chains for two strategic commodities, maize and dairy. The project was then extended to this region to look at the value chains that you remember we selected cocoa and rice value chains as the basis for the development of a regional agricultural the value chain, but also common agro-park between Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana. During the inception that took place here in February, we identified these two common value chains. And our national experts, consultants in the two countries, very prominent experts, have done some rigorous work to look at the challenges, the entry points, so that we are then able to look at what kind of recommendations we are offering and what needs to be done, especially on the policy and legislative framework, but also addressing the key challenges that have been identified. So we are here now to validate this study, and somebody said it goes beyond a validation. So we need to perceive it as the beginning of actual work with key actions to promote these well-functioning, these value chains to be well-functioning. We hope that this work will expand intra-African trade in manufactured goods and strengthen cooperation and networking amongst all of us in this particular region. So I want to welcome all of you to really engage in an open way, provide input for the finalization of this work, but beyond that, identify the key actions. We look few, but we are representing the key organizations that are going to be instrumental moving us forward. So I just want to say we are here to identify those key actions moving forward that we shall do, because from what I saw in the field yesterday and what we also saw in Tema when we came to Niche, there are some people who are actually waiting for us to do something. And I think we should honor them by providing those key actions and committing to doing that something. So I thank you and welcome us to fruitful deliberations as well. Thank you.